test coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ground, this is Lamar, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40. Also a Texan first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. 38. Flex round.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw is Watson. He checks it down here to Ellington. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, here's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller from a yard out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Kaiser on 1st down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Play action, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser, and he's going to go down again. Wendy Merciless leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Charles, let's step into a conversation about the Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the Rookie of the Year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial All-Pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back healthy, playing to their level, and get Deshaun Watson back sparking the offense, optimism will be high in 2018.
Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, 78 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 now at the game. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Watson off play action. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air yet again, Watson. And that will be incomplete as well.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Hey. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
First down, Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's second down.
He's checking. Press now.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch tight. Tight here right. Here we go. Brad 38. Flex round. Got three down. Ohio. Check. Watch.
Kaiser just getting the play off. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Play action now. Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
To the air again, Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Right. He's done right here. He's done on the right. Down on the right. Come on, let's go! Brand Ohio! Ohio! Watch it, three.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Right here. Ohio! Ohio! Check! Check! Check!
Fourth down, Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go! White 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Watson Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. From the gun, Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In motion right comes Gordon. They go play action. Kaiser. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Ohio. 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 Check it out, free. Flex round. Flex round. Shift. 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 Ohio. Ohio.
Final play of the half, Kaiser. And he fends him off, fighting him off. They still can't get it. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Come on, let's go.
Play fake. Kaiser. This is Crowell on the catch. A big hit. Knocked out sideways, right at the line of scrimmage.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Here we go. Brand 38.
On third down, Kaiser. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff to Crowell. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Hey, check.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because it's like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 2-3.
Line, point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. So that'll back them up 5. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Flex round. Flex round. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Flex round. Flex round. It's coming. Double up. Double up. It's coming. Double up.
The play clock's running down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, it's Kaiser. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. From the red zone now, Kaiser. Forced out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DJ Reader continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. 1-9.
Second down, Kaiser. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Come on, let's go. 1-9. Ohio.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go. Let's round. Let's round.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now, standing just outside his own goal line. They'll look to set up his blockers. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now that's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Ohio. 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 Check.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The slot man in motion right. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Let's go!
In motion right comes Gordon.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Following the interception, Kaiser. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion right comes Gordon. Kaiser to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that was textbook 3-4 defense. Normally the defensive line just eats up blocks. In this case, they ate up the blocks and still made the play against the running game. Really, really nice job.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Fresh set of downs here. Kaiser now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Play clock winding down. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Open receiver. That's David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. First down, Kaiser. Going underneath for Corral. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll